Red Pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. You already know what we like to get into on this channel, so stay tuned. Let's get right into it.
Means body-eating spirit, al-Kul in Arabic. That's why vodka is called spirits. A jinn is a jinn, which is another type of spiritual entity. Alcohol was developed by alchemists who developed a way of extracting spirits from liquid. Alcohol is a form of a magic potion which the ancients used to alter their consciousness. They don't tell you about the astral and etheric plane, the realms beyond physical. Alcohol contains ethanol, which is ethanol, which is the barrier between the physical and the astral plane. Ancient magicians used potions to enhance their speed, strength, or whatever they want. Alcohol is a demonic potion which enhances aggression and violence because you're being possessed by these entities in the astral plane. Alcohol weakens your vibrational field, which allows these entities to enter your body. This is why people change to dark behaviors when they're intoxicated. The entities within them engage in violence and low-level sexual encounters. The whole world is drinking magic potions used for witchcraft. Why do you think you can buy alcohol in every shop and there's a pub on every street? Alcohol also weakens the immune system, kills brain cells, and reduces amounts of oxygen to reach the brain. Magic never disappeared. It was veiled in myths and stories to make it seem like a fantasy. 24-hour sale. Use the code HAPPY to save 15% on the Book of Wisdom. Alcohol means body eating.
That's crazy. People really drink alcohol too.
Most people are not even aware that there is a consciousness shift happening on the planet right now. There's so many distractions. There's all this stuff happening, crazy stuff happening all over the world. And what happens is when people are in fear and anger, they're much easier to control. They're much less likely to ask deeper questions. They're in survival mode. They're literally worried about their safety and their health. And because of that, what do most people do then? They look to authority. They look to authority to feel safe. They look to authority to tell them what's happening. And when people are in that level of consciousness, they are way less powerful. Now, there's a new earth that is coming. Can you feel it? Eckhart Tolle talked about this. He wrote a whole book about it called The New Earth, which has to do with a level of consciousness that is emerging on the planet. And literally, if we do not evolve our level of consciousness, our planet will destroy itself. Let's cross-check this over to what Dolores Cannon talked about in 17 or 19 of her books. And it wasn't even her talking about it. Dolores Cannon was a hypnotherapist for like 40 years, and her books are transcripts from people in a deep level of hypnosis. And tens of thousands of people all over the world have been in this specific healing hypnosis state where their higher self comes through. It's like voice recorded. Many people don't even remember when they come out what they're saying or what they said. They're in like this state of consciousness where their higher self and their subconscious mind comes through to relay all this information. And there's many books written that are just transcribed sessions with people. And interestingly enough, thousands of people from all over the world who have done this kind of hypnosis and their higher self and subconscious mind came through. You want to know what it said? Many times in different ways. We came here to be a part of this shift. The shift in consciousness.
That's right.
We came here to be and to help the planet move into what is called New Earth. A new way of being, a new level of consciousness. And we came here to help that transition happen so that people didn't get left behind.
Exactly.
Because in Dolores Cannon's material, what it talks about is this 3D to 5D Earth split. Now, this sounds very esoteric, sounds kind of woo-woo, and there are things we need to realize about this that I want to share because people might get kind of lost in the details of this. But a 3D to 5D Earth split. Let's first off talk about the different elements of 3D to 5D. It's very important to understand this because then you can see where your vibration is laying, because whatever your vibration is in, that is the reality you are experiencing. And what it says in the Dolores Cannon material is that there's these two levels of consciousnesses that will be on the planet for a period of time. But then eventually what will happen is these levels of consciousness will begin to shift. And with it, there will be an energy split that happens, an energetic energy split. I want to make that clear. This is something that also Bashar has talked about, who's been around for almost 40 years, channeling very similar material and energy. And what he talks about is how you want to be on the train track you want to be on, because as the years continue to progress, because things are evolving in consciousness, the track that you are on with the train track, it's like you're leaving a station. And what happens is eventually they're going to be splitting all these different tracks. And what happens is for a period of time, which is what we're in right now, you have the ability to look at the other train tracks to see what's happening. You can see. It's almost like there's a glass wall that you can look and observe. But what he says is similar to what Dolores Cannon says, is that as time goes on, it's going to be harder and harder to jump from train track to train track or to even see what's going on. It's literally as if your frequency shifts and then you just cannot perceive of the old vibration anymore, of the old earth anymore, if you're on the new earth. And vice versa, if you're trapped in the energies of what is called 3D, which is kind of being asleep in the illusion of duality, of separation. If you think of 3D and 5D Earth, think of it like 3D is that of separation, duality, good, bad, light, dark, fear, anger, being stuck in a form of victimization, being stuck in they're doing this to us, or they're doing this to me, stuck in the old patterns, angry, it's the government's fault, buying into the media. These are all very common things, the social conditioning of the third dimension level of consciousness. Now, what it talks about in that of Dolores Cannon, Eckhart Tolle even, Bashar,
This drug, Ozempic, 50% of people have nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. The other side effects that aren't talked about enough is gastroparesis, which is a paralysis of the stomach, where your stomach doesn't empty anymore. Also pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas, but this also leads to diabetes, and you gotta remember, the whole purpose of the drug initially was for what? Diabetes. So now you're getting pancreatitis that's affecting your diabetes, but that pancreatitis can also be fatal. There's a cost to pay. People don't know that you have to take this drug. You can't stop taking it. Once you stop taking it, the weight comes back.
Hold the, you trying to tell me if I'm spending $16,000 a year for a whole year, I lose 60 pounds, I go through some of that side effects as you just said, I'm gonna go through something. I'm gonna get the weight back after wasting that money. Some of those effects stay with you though, right?
Yeah, they're permanent. This drug, Ozempic, 50% of people have nausea, vomiting.
I'm going to give you a list of the best herbs for first decalcifying the pineal gland and then second activating the pineal gland. First, what does decalcify mean? To decalcify is to decrease the quantity of the calcium salts contained in a bone or rock. The pineal gland is composed of microcrystals called magnetites, dendrites, and calcites. When the magnetites, dendrites, and calcites, aka the pineal gland, accumulate calcium deposits and make it very difficult to facilitate and process information. The best herbs for removing these calcium deposits is lion's mane mushroom, aka Hericium erinaceus, ginkgo biloba, haritaki, and colloidal gold, aka monatomic gold or ormus. And the best herbs for activation of the pineal gland are mugwort leaf, blue lotus flower, shilajit, and black macaroon. Here are some products that decalcify and activate the pineal gland simultaneously. This product, Eurovedic, is actually composed of 17 ingredients, and it actually not only works for decalcification and activation of the pineal gland, but it has other essential components for mind, body, and soul. This is pretty much a holistic Swiss Army knife. This product is the next one on the list. This is composed of ormus, shilajit, and lion's mane. The lion's mane actually works for decalcifying the pineal gland, and the shilajit and ormus work in synergy for activation of the pineal gland. And we all know shilajit has over 85 plus trace minerals, so it's also reverse aging on a cellular level simultaneously. Remember, ormus is referred to as the philosopher's stone, so it actually can be put in the category of doing both as well. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual exploration, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension. Peace, love, and light to everyone. Remember, your pineal gland is the...
At an early age, I was interested in it. I wasn't fascinated yet. I was like, the pyramids and the 7 wonders of the world, because I was reading books about it. And I was like, wow, I'd like to see these one day. But it wasn't this burning passion desire yet. It didn't really happen for me until much later. I think it was 25 years ago. I was looking into, pyramids and the structures. So I said, I got to go somewhere. I need to go somewhere to see something that's ancient, that's built, and that was kind of close. The first time leaving the country, I went to Mexico. I went to Chichen Itza in the Yucatan Peninsula. I went down there in that bus through the jungle to get to Chichen Itza. I climbed the Pyramid of Kukulkan, which you can't do anymore. But I took a famous picture of myself at the top of that. And I just realized, wow, this is what I really want to do. I want to travel the world, see these things. At an early age, I was interested in it. I wasn't fascinated yet. I was like, the pyramids and the 7...
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration.
Your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. Siri backwards is iris, the iris of your eyes. Now, this is not your physical eye, it's your inner eye, the all-seeing eye of your mind. That's why it's called an iPhone. Every thought you are thinking is manifested into action onto these phones. Therefore, your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. And this is how artificial intelligence has been created. It was not generated by these people. We, as a collective consciousness, a collective mind, have manifested our thoughts into these devices which is tracking it. And what they have done is collected all of this data and created an artificial consciousness, an artificial mind, or AI. Your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. Crazy. Siri backwards.
That's so crazy, man. It's like our phone is literally our brain at this point.
It's important to understand the importance of hydration when it comes to detoxification, because here's why. Most of the toxins are going to be eliminated with a solution, and that solution is water. All right, you need water to be able to detoxify. You need water to have a bowel movement. You need water to be able to poop. You need water to be able to sweat. So if you're dehydrated, you can't poop, you can't sweat, and you cannot pee. So it's going to be a really big issue. So you have to stay hydrated, because it's one of the primary ways that we remove toxins from the body. So when you're dehydrated, you're literally putting your body in a state of an emergency. So that's really important. It's important to understand.
Personality creates your personal reality. So it means then.
The social challenge. Level 1, good morning. Good morning. Morning, brother. Good morning. Morning, buddy. Level 2, have a good day. Good morning. Happy Monday. Have a good day. Morning, brother. Happy Monday. Have a good day. Morning, guys. Happy Monday. Have a good day, okay? Level 3, the compliment. I like the shades, bro. I like how your outfits match the bags. Nice suit, brother. Looking sharp. I like your pants. I like the shades, buddy. I like the red hair. Level 4, the fist bump. I'm good, buddy. Have a good day, okay?
Thank you so much.
Let's go. Everything's good, man. Let's have a good day. You want the fist bump too? I got you, bro. Fit, what's good, homie? How you doing, my guy? Have a good morning, brother. Now we separate the boys from the men. Level 5, you're cute. You look very cute today.
Oh, thank you.
Have a great day. Good morning. You look very cute today. Good morning. You look very cute today. Have a good day. Level 6, open everyone. Morning, fellas. Hey, good morning, guys. Have a good day. Good morning, everybody. Have a good day. Ladies, good morning. Good morning, guys. Have a good day. Morning, fellas. Happy Monday. My man, good morning. Happy Monday, my dude. How you doing in the long sleeve with the pants?
I mean,
You struggling?
It's cold as fuck out in the office. So.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
It's hot as fuck out here, man.
I know. We come in a bite and it's straight back in.
Word up. Happy Monday, my dude. Let's get it. Which level are you? Let's go. The social challenge. Level 1. Good morning. Good morning.
Stop trying to scare people into voting for another damn slave master. Whatever that is. Again, I appreciate Trump sometimes because sometimes he just says what he feels. I'd rather you do that than try to hide a knife behind your back like Joe Biden and stab me later on. Tell me how you feel. Good, bad, or indifferent. Kamala Harris, I even appreciate her at times because she lies so stupidly. And it's embarrassing. And they both have that in common. So, and by the way, she doesn't identify as a black woman. And if she did, you know, I think that's only when she's talking about collard greens, dancing. When she talks about, I believe, putting that, again, that hot sauce on fried chicken, wearing Timberland boots. That's when she talks about being a black woman. Smoking weed, things like that. But in reality, these are not the people who we should focus on to save us. Again, if you decide to vote for them, that is up to you. But Brother Reza, Islam's stance is, we know where this system is going. Stop trying to scare people into voting for another damn slave master. Whatever that is. Again, I appreciate Trump sometimes because sometimes he just says what he feels. I'd rather.
Dang, that's crazy.
Alright, yo, for those who do not know, today is August 8th, right? So basically, August is the 8th month. And now we're on the 8th day. Now, why am I talking about this shit? 888 and the universal code, aka angel numbers, is like the powerful key to manifesting during this time frame or seeing these numbers. Now, let me explain something to you. We still got some time. For other people, it's different for other parts of the world and shit, you feel me? But if you're on the East Coast, at 8 o'clock, you're supposed to be manifesting, like saying what you want to the universe. A lot of people don't believe in Jumanji or angel numbers and shit like that, but this shit is the Matrix, you feel me? And you all know we live in the Matrix. So if you trying to get rich or you trying to manifest a animal, pet, friends, whatever, you feel me? That's going to be a perfect time at 8 o'clock today. Also, I'm making it clear, I'm not on my main account right now. I'm on my backup, which is this page. I'm telling y'all now, yo, I'm gonna be a millionaire by the end of this year. Y'all gonna remember this video and I'm gonna repost it after it happens, you feel me? I manifest all day, every day, because I'm a life path 8, you feel me? Wake up! Alright, yo, for those who do not know,
in the ear, when you have your ear like that, in Chinese medicine, you imagine the ear like this to be like an inverted fetus, with the eyes here, the hands here, you see, and the legs here. It's like that. And the points here in treatment, they reflect every organ in your body. So your whole body is present in your ear like that. Now, in ancient times, there was nothing called jewelry. You wear jewelry here, you wear jewelry there. No. At the time when the door was open, you used things on your body for certain interactions with the forces of nature. So this point here in Chinese acupuncture is called the point of inner light. And if you put some crystals or diamonds here, that means you activate through resonance, you enter into resonance with your inner light. So your inner vision gets activated. And when they had the priestesses, the young priestesses in the temples, one of the way to activate their inner vision was to put any type of crystal or diamond here, depending on what you wanted to do, you see. Today, you find people piercing everywhere. Now that's very, very dangerous. You could completely disrupt the functioning of your
How many of y'all get your ears pierced? You know, how many of y'all got that?
physical organs by piercing at this point or at that point or this point. They don't in the ear when you have your ear like that.
Crazy, man. It's like you find out something new every day, for real.
They know that there's some black female walking around on this earth, right here in America, and she's conscious, so if this shit can go that down to the conscious community. Inside of her, they got one sister that's got a vagina that's got the whole universe walking around in that shit. Everybody looking for the male, it's some masana, that shit coming from the fucking female. You see?
Right.
And all she needs is a couple of... It's all over. She get about 50 in the intervals if the brother can keep his shit right for the long haul, and it's all over. But if they got a Christian, they can lock down shit by telling you your shit is evil. Your shit is evil. You ever hear of sex demons? But you know, Damians means melanin. Damians, amens, almonds, hidden substance. On one thing, you think it's demon jinn, genius, genies, genius, all of that stuff is talking about, and when they talk about the stones. Go and get the movie, that movie with the gems in it, Wishmaster, stones, and the stones is alchemy, the stones break down to the components of melanin. That's what all this shit is about.
D4K.co.
Tons of esoteric symbolism in the video game Super Mario Brothers. Now the name Mario is Latin for Marius. It has Etruscan origins and traces back to the Roman god Mars. Mars is often viewed as the god of war, hence Mario always being engaged in battle. In fact, the infamous face on Mars is Nergal, a solar deity who actually lost in a battle to Anu for dominance. In fact, this is one of the reasons why Mars is viewed as a planet of war, because Nergal was infamous for death and destruction. So when you hear the name Super Mario, this is basically implying someone with heightened abilities that's prepared for war. Notice that Super Mario is always fighting a reptilian. There's always a draconian that he actually has to defeat. King Koopa's image is the personification of the Alpha Draconian, and the Alpha Draconian's objective is to always overthrow the matriarch. The primary enemy is a family of reptilians. This game also shows that there's underground civilizations with beings different than what we typically see on the surface. They even display astral projection or outer body experiences. This game also shows you ghosts and ghastly apparitions, and typically we always can see Luigi scared, somewhere shivering in a corner looking afraid. And the funny thing about this game is they put Luigi in the color green because he needs to activate his heart chakra and get more bravery. They also show us the various mushrooms and the fact that Mario is always known to connect to the mycelium network. Alright, you know, this is always shown. Once in a magic mushroom experience, I actually visited a world where I seen things that kind of resembled the toadstool. These beings literally was walking around with mushroom caps just like the toadstool, in fact. And if you look at the mushrooms in Super Mario, one actually make you big, which is the personification of your higher self, your big self, and the other one give you extra life, right? And if you think about shrooms, what they do, they make you think about your life. They make you tap in. They make you really reflect and break through the fourth wall, and that gives you extra life. And the one thing that makes Super Mario invincible is the cosmic star. And this is the personification of the sun. And this is also our connection to the celestial luminaries, things like Nibiru. The Lion's Gate is here right now. All right. And again, that's the personification of Sirius being powered by the sun. All right. And all this goes into the stars and the celestial body strengthening us. They literally show Mario, or Super Mario, the personification of someone superpowered preparing for war, going through tunnel systems, engaging in combat with reptilians. And Bowser is the personification of an Alpha Draconian. And they also show you the Dark Wizards, alright? These are the ones associated with the hidden hand, alright? And the wand, they typically use the wand, which is associated with the holly tree. And this is why they call Hollywood, Hollywood, because typically these trees are what the witches would use, alright? For magic wands and things of that nature. And they show you that right in the game. There's tons of...
Yo, right, it's crazy how certain things can show you, like, the truth, and it can just go right over your head. If you don't, like, you don't have, like, that third eye open, I would say.
Believe that you can be and do and have the good you desire. You will never get any further in life than your belief about yourself. And let me stop here for a moment. You know what the trouble with many people is? A lot of you are troubled and are having problems because you're upset about what other people think about you. I'm going to have to upset you a bit right here and use an emphatic word which may not become a clergyman on national TV. But please listen. You are not going to get anywhere in life, spiritually or otherwise, until you come to that point where you don't give a damn what people think about you. Believe that you can be and do. And
that's real.
I'll never talk to a doctor about my general health ever again. If I break my arm, I'm going to go see a doctor. If I need surgery, I'm going to go see a doctor. My general health, never again. None of them know what they're talking about. They're all full of shit.
And dude, I don't trust doctors unless like it's something crazy that happened, like broke an arm, broke something. Then okay, I go down. But anything else, no.
If you are so-called African-American or you have that melanin, you need to be in the sun at least 2 hours a day, direct sunlight. I don't recommend you get in the sun when it's high noonday because it still can burn you whether you got melanin or not. So I say as soon as you get up, once you stretch and you drink your juice, your H3O2 or your H2O, what you will call spring water, immediately go outside. Jumpstart your organs, your eternal organs. For everybody else that call them internal organs, we are eternal people. Drink your water, jumpstart the organs because water is a conductivity or conduit for electricity. Then go outside and get the electric from the sun. 2 hours. That will heal your body alone. Next is after that. So we got fire. So we're going to heal through the elements. Next is going to be earth. What I was just talking about, grounding, being in nature. There's something that happened to the psychological process of our brains just by looking at green trees. Literally, it makes you happy. There is something called nature deficiency orders. Look it up. You can Google it right now on your iPad. It's called nature deficiency order, where people go through a psychological depression and they don't realize why. And then they go into nature for 2 hours a day and everything and all those suicidal thoughts that they was going through, they don't have them anymore. So they were literally, it's called nature deficiency order, right? So get in nature. Not only get in nature, eat from nature. Natural organic things that grow from nature. Fruits, berries, melons, vegetables, limited seeds, limited nuts, and limited grains. These things are very good for the body and it brings on a detoxification. So we got fire, which is the sun. We got earth, which is everything that she grows inside of earth and grounding, connecting with earth. You can lay on earth. These things will actually discharge all the negative protons in the body and bring, all the positive protons in the body and bring in negative electrons to make your body more ionic for it can be more in a balance of homeostasis. If you are so-called African-American or you have that melanin, you need to be in the sun at least 2 hours a day, direct sunlight.
Y'all getting your sunlight? I ain't gonna lie, I've been missing some days, so I'll let y'all know. Because I haven't. I ain't gonna lie, I've been cooped up in the house a little bit. But I might just go get some sun today. How about y'all?
Boa tarde, galera. Maguila Mudanças. Mais uma vez, sexta-feira.
Oh, man.
Dia 2/6/2023, às 4 horas da tarde. Essa vai pro Caio. Ó, dancinha. Tu-tchá-tchá, tugu-tchá, tudu-tchá-tchá, tugu-tchá, tudu-tchá-tchá, tugu-tchá, tudu. Oi, o passinho do Maguila cá. Geladeira na mão, ele manda o passinho e não solta com a mão. Então vai, dança o passinho. Vai, manda o passinho. É o passinho do Maguila, é o passinho do trio. Oi, Boa tarde, galera. Maguila Mudanças.
Of time when we're sleeping.
Why do we lose sense of time when we're sleeping?
Because we're not in the third dimension anymore. The third dimension is more physical, and the fourth dimension is more spiritual. So time doesn't exist in the fourth dimension. And time really, we make it exist because it's physical, It's like we can see it and we can jump through different timelines. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like when you go to sleep, you're not here. You're like in the fourth dimension for real. Like you're in the spiritual realms where you can do whatever you want. That's why you can have lucid dreams. All right, I'm done talking.
If you have of time when we're sleeping.
Why do we lose sense of time when we're sleeping? Try now. You understand what I mean by now. Yeah. And if we represent the past, we could imagine that the past is like a vast space that extends endlessly behind the now, and that the future is a vast space that extends indefinitely in front of the now. Yes? And the distance between the past and the future is what we call time. Yes? Or the distance between two events in the past or the future. So now let's explore time, the past and the future. So now just for a few moments, leave the now and visit this place that you call the past. When I say visit it, I don't mean just think about it or imagine it, because if you think about it, say you take the image of breakfast this morning. That image doesn't take place in the past. That image takes place now. So I don't mean just think about the past or imagine the past. I mean go there. Leave the now, just step out of the now and go into the past.
That's not possible.
Okay.
Because if I try to step into the past, that effort is happening now.
Exactly. So can anyone here, just while we're discussing, can anyone here step out of the past and just step out of the now and visit the past, just for a few moments? No. Can you imagine, Alexander, that anybody that has ever lived, not just us kind of weirdos that are interested in non-duality, but regular people that could you imagine that any of them could, just for a few moments, step out of the now and actually go to the place that we call the past?
No.
Okay, so if nobody's ever been there, and presumably the same applies for the future, yeah? So if nobody has ever been there, how do we know that this place called the past really exists? Surely experience must be the test of the existence of something. So if nobody's ever been there, nobody's ever got a glimpse of it, how do we know it's there?
We don't really.
We don't.
No.
We don't know it's there. We imagine it's there, but we don't know it's there. We have no knowledge of it at all. Could it be that it's not there?
Yes.
And wouldn't that be in line with our experience? In other words, could it be that the past and the future don't exist in the way that our minds imagine them?
Yes.
After all, have you ever experienced anything apart from now?
No.
And how many nows have you experienced in your life? Or let's just take today. How many nows have you experienced today?
That's a trick question. One.
Yeah, so all your life, you're...
She said that's a trick question. I'm already saying a lot of them, but it's just one, because the now is always now. Like, that's it. It's just one. Damn, that shit crazy. What is this? Is deep.
We're only going to experience one now. Yeah.
Yes.
And that now, we've already discovered that, contrary to popular belief, the now is not this fraction of a moment sandwiched between these two vast spaces of the past and future. The vast spaces of the past and future aren't there. So now is not a moment in time. We normally think that the now is moving slowly through time. Yeah? How fast is the now moving through time in your experience? It's another trick question.
It's not moving.
It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. It hasn't come from anywhere, and it's not going anywhere. So this now is the only now there is. And this now is not a moment in time. How long does this now last?
It's eternal.
It's eternal. And you understand that by eternal, eternal doesn't mean everlasting in time. It means ever present now. So if we're just simple and we just stay with the facts of our experience, time is never experienced. Time is what the now looks like when it is filtered through our mind. In other words, time, it doesn't exist in our mind, it seems to exist in our mind. And therefore, if that's the case, wouldn't it make sense that when our mind disappears in sleep, the seeming existence of time disappears with it?
Yes.
That's why we don't.
Of time when we're sleeping.
Why do we lose
Wait a
sense of
minute,
time
man.
when we're
Like,
sleeping?
you can get lost if you're not really listening. You really gotta rewatch that. I ain't gonna lie, because you can get lost. But dang, that stuff is deep right there. Like when you really dive deep into certain things, you really can like see, from a different perspective for real. That's crazy. I'm gonna see this one more time real quick.
If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. If there is something you want to do, try to do it, because you can only do your best work if you're doing what you want to do, and if you're doing it the way you think it should be done. If you have an idea that you
if you're doing what they're doing down here, you're not a god. You're a human. A god on earth divorces himself from humanity. God and human ain't the same thing. They don't mix. You graduate, and while you're still on earth, you're God 7. You're master of the 7 seas. Once you master the 7 chakras, which we're going to get into, you are God 7. That's why the 5%ers use 7 as the mark of God. Because once you sail these 7 seas and master it, as the traveler, as the sailor, you know what I'm saying? Once you do that and master it, you have the title of God, because you no longer can be manipulated emotionally. All right.
D4K.co.
The leading source of sodium in the American diet for adult is chicken. It can be labeled all natural chicken, but be injected with this salt water, I think up to 800 milligrams of sodium.
Heterocyclic amines are clear-cut carcinogens, and they can form in any kind of meat as it's heated, as it's cooked. But by far the biggest source is chicken. We sent researchers into fast food and family restaurants. Not only were there carcinogens in every single restaurant, but we found them in every single chicken sample that we took. If somebody brings their family in and they're buying a bucket of chicken, nobody tells them that there are carcinogens. If you're selling carcinogens to people, you've got to warn them that they're in there.
The leading source of sodium in the American diet for adult is chicken. It can be labeled all natural chicken, but be injected with this salt water, I think up to 800 milligrams of sodium.
Heterocyclic amines are clear-cut carcinogens, and they can form in any kind of meat as it's heated, as it's cooked. But by far the biggest source is chicken. We sent researchers into fast food and family restaurants. Not only were there carcinogens in every single restaurant, but we found them in every single chicken sample that we took. Wow. If somebody brings their family in and they're buying a bucket of chicken.
This is the reason why you should always close the lid before you flush the toilet. If you didn't know, now you know. See, because when you flush the toilet, doodle flake particles, they come out of the water, as you can see right there, and they leave a turd mist throughout the whole entire bathroom, literally submerging the whole entire bathroom in turd mist. As y'all can see right here, the little green dots, that's the turd mist that I was talking about. That's what happened when you flush the toilet. And he finna put some green glowing stuff in there to show y'all where the turd mist get on. As y'all can see, once again, the turd mist goes inside of the air. But it's getting on stuff. This is the toilet seat. The tissue. Doodle flakes is on the tissue now. Even your toothbrush. So now you brushing your teeth and getting doodle flakes inside of your mouth. Crazy. Make sure y'all close that lid before y'all flush the toilet. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. And stay tuned. Remember, y'all want to...
It's so nasty. You know what's crazy? We don't really know how much bacteria or what like type of dirt, because we can't really see it with these two eyes. So you don't really know if you eat it. You know, it's just nasty when you thinking about it like that.
This is a lobster mushroom. They call it a mushroom, but it's not necessarily a mushroom. Well, it's not a mushroom anymore. It was taken over by parasitic fungi, and that's why it has this nice, beautiful red color, and it has like a lobster-like smell, and that's why it has the name lobster mushroom. Let's make some lobster cakes with this pronto. Yo, it is lobster mushroom season, which is normally from mid-August all the way to October. These were harvested in the wild by my friend Ian from the Black Mountains of South Dakota. You wonder why you never see these in stores, because they're rarely cultivated and they normally have to be found in the wild. They have a sea-like smell to them, so this is perfect for what I'm making. Ooh, this is straight beauty right here. If you can't find lobster mushrooms, you can try this with lion's mane mushroom. This is a lobster mushroom. They call it a mushroom, but it's not necessarily a mushroom.
So a lot of people have been talking about microplastics lately. And this is because a study came out that shows every human testicle they tested contained microplastics, which can be why a decline in sperm counts and fertility is happening all around the world. And do you guys remember microbeads? Now they're banned in most places, but a fancy name for microplastics were in toiletries and soaps and whatnot to really help invigorate your skin. Well, that's making its way into the food and water supply, not to mention with polyester clothes, polyester couches, our houses, half the dust in our homes is made of plastic if you have polyester couches and synthetic polyester blankets, etc. Shockingly, they even found microplastics in dogs' testicles, up to 485 micrograms per gram of testicular tissue. We may even be getting about 2 credit cards worth of microplastics in our bodies per year. This means if you're not actively detoxing microplastics, you are accumulating them. And while it sounds like we're already defeated, there are ways to detox microplastics. Being that they're a free radical and many times they contain heavy metals, they actually magnetically bind to certain herbs and minerals which help chelate them out of the body, which means excrete them out of the body. Detox. The king of mushrooms, aka chaga mushroom, is known to be one of the most potent antioxidant sources in the natural world. If you guys want free chaga and you want to detox your endocrine system and your body from microplastics today, comment info below and I'll send you a link in your direct messages with the info. So a lot of people have been talking about microplastics lately. And this is because a study came out that shows every human testicle they tested contained microplastics, which can be why a decline in sperm counts and fertility is happening.
This how many animals that humans big backs eat a year. Okay, buffalo, sea urchins. Who the fuck is eating camels? Who's eating horses? 10 million cats. It's crazy. Okay, 15 million Garys. 25 million dogs. Who is eating dogs? 70 million guinea pigs. Who's eating 70 million guinea pigs, bro? 30 million cows, that's understandable. 50 million lambs, that sound about right. 50 million lobsters, that sound about right. So now all of this, it sound about right. 90 million tuna?
9 million.
Who the fuck is eating that many rabbits? 2 billion octopus. I didn't even know we had 2 billion octopus in the ocean. And who you know that eat goose? Shrimp and that sound about right. 14 billion sardines. 75 billion chickens. Should I saw the big back?
Everybody eating chicken. 75 billion. Oh my god. That is, bro, how is it that many chickens? Nah, bro, I don't think it's that many chickens, bro. Ain't no freaking way it's producing that. Everything take time to grow. Even humans take time to grow. There's no way. Nah, bro, they gotta be cloning them or something. I don't believe that.
Community running them numbers up. Y'all like and follow for more wisdom, and let me know what y'all think about the video in the comments. Remember, y'all want the sauce on to blow up on social media. Only thing y'all do is comment down below ATM. This how many animals that humans.
Who eat turtles though? People eat turtles? Crocodiles? Turtles though? I mean, turtle candy is probably, but like turtles?
There are 7 main chakras in your body, each acting as an energy center that spins like a vortex. These chakras run from the top of your head to the base of your spine, with each one corresponding to your internal organs and specific bundles of nerves. Energy also flows down into the earth to ground us, and up past our heads to connect us with our higher consciousness. When these energy centers become blocked or unbalanced, you may experience physical or emotional symptoms related to the affected chakra. Each chakra relates to a specific color of the visible spectrum, and each one has its own frequency. When any one chakra becomes blocked or unbalanced, it can disrupt the flow of energy throughout the entire body. The first one is located at the coccyx and is called the root chakra. It connects us to the earth and anchors us in reality. The second is the sacral chakra and it's located just below the navel. The third one at the upper level of the abdomen is the solar plexus chakra. The heart chakra sits in the region of the physical heart. Then comes the throat chakra. Then a little bit higher, the third eye chakra, between the eyes, just above the eyebrows. Lastly, the crown chakra at the top of the head connects us to the higher consciousness. The energy field around each one of us is like a donut shape, and it's called a torus. It's like an energy bubble, and it teaches us that energy flows both up, down, and all around. At the center of your torus field is your heart, and the heart generates the largest electromagnetic field around your body. The torus flows in infinite directions and sends an equal amount of energy both upwards and downwards simultaneously. The infinitely simple structure of a torus shows the shape and motion of the universe. From atoms to galaxies, from trees to tomatoes, and every single one of us. We can see these self-organizing forms throughout nature. In the cross-section of an orange, or the cross-section of an apple. We can see its dynamic nature in a tornado. We can see it in the magnetic field around the earth. We can see it around each individual person. We can see it in the structure of an entire whirlpool galaxy, and we can see it in the structure of an atom. The laws of the universe, quantum physics, Mother Nature, a higher intelligence, or whatever you want to call it, is what governs these energetic systems or energy vortexes throughout the universe. And there are so many things that can affect your energy field that you may not even be aware of. Stress has a major effect on your chakras and the flow of energy in your body. Anxiety, depression, and all the low vibrational emotions like worry, fear, anger, and guilt, etc., will have a negative effect on them and can cause them to become blocked or unbalanced. When this happens, physical pain or dis-ease can manifest in the body. Your thoughts, which are also energy, have an effect on your chakras and your overall flow of energy. In just the same way that your thoughts have an effect on your mood, emotions, and feelings. Having the wrong kind of thoughts can do more than lead to mental health problems, it can also cause physical symptoms in the body too. This is why having control of your thoughts is so important for your health and happiness. Interacting with someone, or just being around them, is enough for you to be exchanging energy with them. And when you exchange energy with someone, it will affect your energy in one way or another. When you have control of your mind and your thoughts, you stop engaging with the unwanted ones, so you're no longer feeding them your energy. And when you're not having unwanted thoughts anymore, because you haven't been giving them any attention, you'll notice how your body starts to feel so much better. Your body hears every thought that you have, and every word that you say, and it believes whatever you tell it. You really aren't just a physical body, and you really do have energy centers that affect your physical health and your state of mind. No amount of prescription drugs or surgeries are ever going to rebalance your chakras and fix your energy flow. But there is someone that can fix it, and that someone is you. There are 7 main chakras in your body, each acting as an energy center that spins like a...
This is what Grandma got to say about our generation of men and women.
It's not the one got money, Amber. It's the one honest. And not too many of them others nowadays.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's some good men out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women gone bad. The women gone bad. It ain't the men now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone bad.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
That's the reason the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he gonna do wrong.
This lady is right. If a man wasn't chasing looks and the women weren't chasing money, it would be a lot more long-lasting relationships that aren't superficial. It's never no real, genuine spiritual connection, bruh. Y'all be seeing them couples, they've been together 50 and 60 years is because they got a real strong spiritual bond. You need to study the power of abstinence. This can save you from choosing the wrong partner. This is my ebook. It drops on the 13th. Comment OG to pre-order it. This is what Grandma got to say about our generation of men and women.
It's not the...
Dang, that's real. Nah, she just spoke up. I ain't gonna lie, that's real right there. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she right.
You just cut me. Put it down. Vivi, you just cut me.
Well, why you put your hand right there?
No, I didn't. I was just trying to grab the knife and you cut me. Why did you just cut me? You just cut my finger. I'm bleeding. I know, but you did it though.
I know.
I want you to say sorry.
Sorry. And do you have any band-aids?
Yeah, I got one.
Get one then.
And put it on there? And then it's gonna be okay? Okay.
Where's your cutout?
I just want a high five. I just want a high five. I just want a high five.
She like, where's your cut at? It's too funny, man.
Me and play.
I am.
Okay.
I want the orange one, the red one.
First we have seen the one and the last one. Nemo. What was that?
What? With the guinea pig? I don't know. I want the red one, the black one.
I smelled something.
I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, let's play.
Did you smell that?
Smell what?
Smell something.
No, I don't smell nothing.
I smell something.
What do you smell?
It's in and out.
Huh?
It's in and out.
Where are you going?
No, I knew that junk smelled crazy.
That junk stink.
Oh man. What is that? What was that?
Now, a lot of people think you wake up the body just with exercise. A lot of people think you wake up the body just with food. But there's a lot of ways that you can wake up the body. Sometimes I do what is mindful meditation over my body. That don't mean that maybe I'll sit in the mirror and I'll just focus my attention on my hands. And then I'll focus my attention on my forearms. And then I'll focus my attention on my upper arm. And then I'll focus my attention on my torso. And then I'll focus my attention over my entire head, and then my feet, and then my toes. Just going through my body, letting my body know that I recognize you. Getting in contact with my body, getting my mind to connect with my body. Now, a lot of people think you wake up the body just with exercise. A lot of people think you wake up the body just with food. But there's a lot of ways that you can wake up the body. Sometimes I do what is mindful meditation over my body. That don't mean that maybe I'll sit in the mirror and I'll just focus my attention on my hands. And then I'll focus my attention on my forearms. And then I'll focus my attention on my upper arm.
If an alligator grabs you, it might start a death roll, a terrifying spin meant to dismember prey. To survive, you should try to roll in the same direction as the alligator. If you have a free arm, aim for the alligator's eyes, or try to jab its nostrils. And if all else fails, play dead. Sometimes the alligator will release its grip, giving you a chance to escape. If an alligator grabs you, it might start a death roll, a terrifying spin meant to dismember prey. To survive, you should try.
Look on the vagina and see them little, some sisters' pussy that got wing on it. Get one, y'all can see how the Christians do? The vesicle ain't nothing but the pussy. Above every white shirt, they got this. That's the vagina. That's the prettiest shit going. That's the doorway. So now, I'm getting ready to become an altar for that. When she shaves the pubic hairs, that's when you see our set. Now, when a man is dying, and she needs some severe thing because Osiris is cut up, she opens his mouth. You have to open your mouth to lick on the second pineal gland, the clitoris. She secretes the vaginal fluid, collars, Oja, Shaktis, Gunners, Russells, Hammers, and you get healed. And say, before you die, nigga, open up your...
This is being talked about on Reddit right now. If you've ever seen Friends, there's a mysterious thing that may have happened to one of the main actors. So Matthew Perry, aka Chandler, perished October 28th, 2023, found unresponsive in his jacuzzi.
Yes, I'll be the one who dies first.
He's my drowning moron. You're just a girl in a tub. I'm going to announce that I'm pregnant.
How is that ever going to happen?
Let me know your thoughts below on this mysterious theory. So this is being
We all need food, right? Doesn't seem bad. But food is the #1 killer in this country, despite what they say. The #1 reason people die in this country, heart disease, food related, type 2 diabetes, food related, cancer, food related. You know what I'm saying? It's food, right? So we've taken something that's so normal and made it bad. Now, this is what I do. I try to have people calibrate their thinking in regards to food or change their relationship with food. People are like proud to say they're foodies. I'm like, that's a slippery slope, right? It's a slippery slope because chances are you're not doing the type of physical activity to burn off what you're eating every day, right? And it's very simple. Food is merely a source of energy, right? Just like an automobile requires gasoline for energy to drive. We combust it and we move forward. We run out, we fill it back up, so on and so forth. Food is the same for a human. The difference is this. Gasoline in a car is a mechanical structure, so you can't put but the required amount, and it stops. A human body is malleable. It will stretch, grow, fat will store, it will keep going. And some people will eat themselves to death. I mean, most do, right? Oh, yeah. Think about this number. 70% of all Americans are overweight. 40% of that 70 are obese. We all need food, right? Doesn't seem bad, but food is...
Food, like, you try to enjoy food, and it can be killing you. It's crazy.
Everything starts with a thought. I mean, everything that you do in your life, you have to have a thought before you initiate an action, right? So if you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, like any great leader in history understands that, the first thing you have to do is you have to decide, are you going to be defined by a vision of the future, or are you going to live by the memories of the past? So, I'll give you an example. Most people wake up in the morning, and your brain is a record of the past. It's an artifact of everything you've learned and experienced to this moment, right? It's a memory bank. So most people wake up in the morning and they start thinking about their problems, and those problems are connected to certain people and things at certain times and places. And the moment they start turning on those circuits, those memories are actually causing them to think in the past. every single one of those memories has an emotion associated with them, and emotions are the end product of past experiences. So then, the moment they recall the event or they recall some problem in their life, they start feeling unhappy, they start feeling discouraged, they start feeling anxious. Now, thoughts are the language of the brain, and feelings are the language of the body, and how you think and how you feel creates your state of being. So we could say then, most people's entire state of being when they start their day is in the familiar past. Well, if you live in the familiar past, then it makes sense you're going to create the predictable future. So what happens for most people is they get stuck in their biology. So think about this. Your body is your unconscious mind. It doesn't know the difference between an experience in your life that creates an emotion and an emotion that you can create by thought alone. So if you're living by the same emotion every single day, and those emotions are influencing your thoughts, and you can't think greater than how you feel, or feelings have become the means of thinking, you're thinking in the past. Your lens of the future is going to be colored by the past, so you can't see possibilities. So most people like to wait for crisis or disease or diagnosis before they wake up enough to see. Well, the challenge is that biology tends to be redundant. So if you keep thinking the same thoughts, and those thoughts begin to fire certain circuits in your brain, the nerve cells that fire together wire together, so all of a sudden you start getting hardwired, and those are the thoughts that you can think the easiest. At the same time, those thoughts produce chemicals called emotions, and the next thing you know, your body gets accustomed to living by the same emotions, and it could be guilt, it could be unhappiness, it could be pain, but at least it's familiar to you, at least you can predict it. So some people would rather cling to the familiar than take a chance in possibility. So for most people then, they say, well, I don't really see how my thoughts have anything to do with my destiny. Well, that's because 95% of those thoughts are subconscious programs, right? So you're not even conscious that you think those thoughts. So the first step to change is starting to think about what you've been thinking about and change it. And then when you begin to observe those thoughts, you're no longer the program, you're the consciousness observing
Just
the program.
simply by being an observer of your thoughts.
Right. So most people, though, when you do that, when you decide to really take a look, it's like lighting a match in a dark place. So you feel uncomfortable. So it's easier to turn on your TV, it's easier to play with your cell phone, to distract yourself from those feelings. Well, when you understand that change really requires becoming uncomfortable to a certain degree, and that's normal, that you're leaving the known and you're stepping into the unknown, then it begs the question, what thoughts do you want to fire and wire in your brain? Because your attention on those thoughts begins to reorganize circuitry, remold the brain. Everything starts with a thought. I mean, everything that you do in your life, you have to have a thought before you initiate an action, right? So if you believe that your thoughts have
Intuition is your form of recognizing I've just had a hit. I'm getting information. Here's what is true. You won't become clearly intuitive if you don't have the capacity or the courage to follow your small intuitive hits. If you can't follow that, you sure aren't going to get a big one.
How do you know when it's truly intuition and not wishful thinking or not, imagination?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Because intuition makes you feel uncomfortable. Fantasy doesn't.
Oh, wow. Now you got to say that again. Intuition
makes you feel uncomfortable. Fantasy doesn't. It's that kind of funky feeling. And somehow or other, with clear intuition, comes a package of courage that you don't get with fantasy. Is like a little battery that gets plugged into your solar plexus, gets plugged into your gut. And it begins to boom, 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 throb constantly. It's relentless. And it gets louder at night. You can count on it. Intuition becomes absolutely obnoxious at night, right? Until you start doing something about it. And when you start following it, then you begin to experience the phenomenon of synchronicity. Whereas, if it's a manufactured fantasy, you don't get that kind of help. You absolutely don't get that kind of help.
You get closed doors.
Yeah, you get closed doors, or, people are reminded to forgive and let go. When people are holding on to grudges or can't think kindly of somebody.
You know what? You can't hold grudges. You can't, because you never know when you might need that person. Think about that though, like for real.
Think of how many times you're reminded, will you get on with it and let this go? Now, what intuition generally does is it's a form of guidance for tomorrow and for today, to make the right choices today so that your tomorrow plays out the way it should. You can't get a clear intuitive hit because you're unable to act on it. You enter fog. You enter chaos. And it's a healing chaos. It's a protective chaos. Because you're not able to move forward anyway. Until you let go of the past. So all your intuition will be telling you is, let go of the past, because without doing that, I cannot give you a clear choice about tomorrow because you don't have the energy nor the focus to act on it. When you get an intuitive hunch, and usually intuitive hunches will direct you to take the most outrageous path in your life, take it. Intuition is your form of recognizing, I've just...
This is called the double slit experiment. And it proves that we live in a simulation. When you're not observing something, it doesn't exist. It's a wave of possibilities. It's like a video game. It hasn't even rendered in yet. As soon as you observe it, that's when it becomes solid matter. Nothing is real.
Since the photons travel one by one, some through this slit, some through that slit, you would expect them to leave a pattern of 2 stripes on the wall. And you would be wrong. They mysteriously create a band of stripes. This is what you would expect to see if a constant beam of light shined through the 2 slits. It would spread across the wall like a wave. So how can single bullet-like particles of light create a wave pattern? This could only happen if the particles go through both slits at the same time. In other words, the particle is in 2 places at once. But strangest of all is what happens when you put detectors next to the slits. When the photons are being watched, the wave pattern disappears. Take away the detectors and the wave pattern comes back. This suggests that we can change the way reality behaves just by looking at it. Does this mean that reality...
This is called the double slit experiment.
If you took that small crystal
in the car and she says, "Mommy, this giggle."
The triangle is a sacred.
Why not? The reason why you always... Why not try love? Just to think, am I moving in love? Is this out of love, not out of pride? One by one, we can defuse this nuclear bomb of hate. Just place a thought out there. It's like, why not try love? Just to think, am I moving in... The reason why you always stand out is because you are vibrating at a higher frequency. Chosen ones have a very special vibration that lets them perceive the electromagnetic energy that comes from all things within our universe. Chosen ones are often natural healers because they have such a unique vibration to the ones surrounding them. And this is why they need to be mindful, because their vibration manifests into their reality, whether it's a good or bad one. When you are vibrating higher, you become more self-aware and in tune with your spiritual and empathic abilities. You'll start to be in tune with yourself enough to be able to perceive your own energy. You will be able to control your emotional state and align with a lot of synchronicities. You will be able to repair the damaged DNA within your being as well. And you will attract an abundance of peace and positivity, all from the vibration that you hold. The reason why you always stand out is because you are vibrating at a higher frequency.
Y'all. If you're seeing this video before September 1st, 2024, you're going to be the first millionaire in your family. There are no captions or hashtags on this video. So if you're seeing this on your For You page, TikTok has chosen for you to receive this message. Now let me tell you exactly how you're going to find these newfound riches. You're going to do that by taking a course called Caviar. In this course, it's going to teach you how to use artificial intelligence along with social media and marketing your own product to become a millionaire. Take this course, Caviar, before September 1st, 2024, and watch your financial picture skyrocket like you've never seen before. This is your chance to join the digital revolution. Peace and love, and deuces.
Y'all.
If you're seeing this video before September...
In the words of the great Dr. Joe Dispenza, your brain is a record of your environment. How many people actually believe in the idea that the way you think has some effect on your life? And how many people actually woke up this morning and consciously created a future? You know, the biggest reason why people don't do it is because you don't really believe it's true. You see, if you knew on a gut level that it was absolutely true, would you ever miss a day? And would you ever let any thought slip by your awareness that you didn't want to experience? So your brain, according to neuroscience, is organized to reflect everything you know in your life. Your brain is a record of your environment. It's a record, an artifact of your past. So if you believe this, then does your environment control your thinking, or does your thinking control your environment? So if you wake up in the morning, and you get out of bed on the same exact side as you did the day before, you shut the alarm clock off with the same finger, you slip into your favorite slippers, you shuffle into the bathroom and you use the toilet like you always do. Then you walk over to the mirror and you look at yourself to remember who you are. Then you get into the shower, and you wash yourself in the same routine way. Then you groom yourself to look like everybody expects you to look. And you go downstairs and you drink coffee out of your favorite mug. Then you drive to work the same way.
Interest in
Do you remember back when that YouTuber disappeared after teaching people how to open a portal inside of his bedroom by using different sound frequencies?
Nobody. Fruit. These young niggas is crazy. I've just created a super villain gadget, the pickpocket nature. It literally captures your car information in seconds using an RFID chip inside of your wallet. As Dora the Explorer was saying, swiper no swiping, swiper no swipe. And the only way you can protect it is if you have an RFID chip wallet that protects your RFID chip card. Just imagine you walk up against somebody and bumps them, and oopsie poopsie, they try to access your information through your wallet and literally run all of your card information just by swiping. This top tier evil villain, Dr. Doofenshmirtz pickpocket nature type behavior. This is real life some evil mastermind type shit. Imagine if somebody had this device and walked in a party, this was scanning everybody's pocket. If y'all don't know about this, y'all better stay protected. Get y'all RFID chip wallet. Let me know y'all thoughts about
first to be porn.
They make a Canadian version of Fruit Loops that they undoubtedly produce in this country, in the US. They already make it, and they already have the formulation for it here. And they ship it up to Canada. And yet, the one that they sell here has red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, and BHT. All of those ingredients are not included in their international version of Fruit Loops. Why do they sell Americans the shittier, less safe version here? They've acknowledged that natural food colorings are less bright. Yeah. And when they're less bright, they're less attractive to children. Americans want the brighter cereal. That's what they say. And that's and here's the worst part, Mark. The worst part, in some of the food dyes cases, they're not fully banned, but they require a warning label, similar to the warning label you would have on cigarettes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the warning label says, ingredients in this food product may impair your children's learning ability and may cause behavioral disorders in your children.
Right.
And then personally, both of my children are very affected by Red 40 in particular, where my son will come back from a birthday party and he'll be acting like a lunatic. He'll be jumping off the walls. He won't be able to sit still. And my wife and I will literally say to him, Tyson, what did you eat? And he'll say, oh, I had some Skittles, or oh, I ate some Charms Blow Pops, or oh, I had some Fruit Loops, or whatever it is. And when we remove the food dyes from their diets, it is a noticeable behavioral change.
Huge.
And there are countless parents that I have met that notice the same thing.
There's over 92 papers documenting the role of food colorings on autism, on behavior, on ADD, on mood, it's behavior disorders across the spectrum. It's quite fascinating.
They make a Canadian version of Fruit Loops.
It's crazy. Like, it's really affecting us like that. Like,
I was invited to a secret A-list celebrities party. There were things that happened at this party that were so dark and so terrible that I have been afraid to talk about it until now. This goes back to almost 7 years ago when I was living in Los Angeles. I was a struggling actress. I was working as a dancer at a club. At this club, we would get a lot of clients that were high profile, especially in the music industry. On one particular evening, we had this very high profile client come in and request a VIP room. I knew that this celebrity had a preference for Latino women, so when he requested a VIP room and actually requested me, I was quite surprised. And I went to do this VIP with a friend of mine that I worked with, did our job, did our thing, and at the end, he gave us a business card with his assistant's name and phone number and told us to call that number if we wanted to party after work that night. I was so not down for this, but the friend that I had done the VIP with told me that she's gone to one of his parties before and that he lives in the Hollywood Hills, has a really cool house. I was really apprehensive on going, but the night was really slow at the club that evening, so we actually ended up leaving early. I was not much of a party person or a drinker, so I was completely out of my element. I was literally there just for the bag. The party at this guy's house was not big or anything. I would say that there were probably less than 30 people in attendance, smoking and doing things that you can imagine are happening at celebrity parties. But one thing I couldn't help but notice is that amongst the people were some very, very young looking girls. At one point I look at my friend and I tell her, hey, like, don't some of these people look like way too young? That is when my friend told me that the assistant at the club wasn't the A-list celebrity's assistant. This guy is a recruiter. Basically what this person does is goes to parties, goes to clubs, and finds girls in a certain age range. And these young girls were being recruited to go to these parties, not to just hang out, but to engage in other unlawful things. This is actually not something completely uncommon in Los Angeles. In fact, this is something that happens a lot. I was completely dumbfounded and disgusted. I ended up leaving that night and never looking back on the whole entire situation until years later, I saw in a tabloid an accusation being made against this very celebrity of doing exactly what I just told you guys. I was invited to a secret A-list celebrities
What celebrity is she talking about, though? That's what I want to know. That's interesting, though. Yo, I appreciate you guys watching that video, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Got something from it. All that good stuff. All right. Sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you go get some sunlight. And if the weather is nice, just, you know, get out there, man. Go get some sun. Especially if it's not raining. If it's not raining, go do that. For sure. Because I know I am. I'm about to be right now. But you guys have a good rest of your day today. That's it for me for today. Peace.